Oh man, we did it. We made an inline clip for the Nerf Rival Fate. A bunch of you guys were asking us for this after we've made a bunch of this stuff for our XFKOs. You guys were like, you gonna make one? You gonna make one? I'm like, yes, yes. We just want to make sure it is perfect first. And one of the biggest things about the Nerf Rival Fate is, you know, making an inline clip for this, we want to make it so that you can shoot quickly without having to redo that every single time. That was one of the biggest downfalls about this when I saw it. I was like, wait a second. Every time you pull that back, you have to then push it forward. I'm like, ooh, that's not going to be good. And I didn't want to have to modify this so that once it's modified, you're done. You can only shoot, you know, half-length darts out of here. So what we want to do is redo basically this whole part right here. So if you ever wanted to switch black, you can just pretty much put this thing in there and be good to go and flip-flop. The only thing you have to do for this is really just take out your air restrictor. It's just one screw. That's about it. There's no cutting, there's no gluing, there's no modifying, nothing like that. So if you ever wanted to go back to shooting rival rounds, you can. You can simply just open this back up, and this is about as easy of an upgrade as you can get, and we'll talk about that here in a second. You can just put this back in, button it up, and you're good to go. So this, you know, this inline clip is friggin' awesome. I love it because you're able to shoot all the rounds without having to slam the front of the thing back on every single shot. You can pretty much shoot, and go. So we are going to design a few more tips for this, you know, but for now, the initial 1.0 version is going to be this. So I'll throw it up there so you guys can kind of see it. It kind of stays with the aesthetic of the Rival, right? We don't try to go too overboard, but I do have a bunch of things in mind for this. And again, put this thing in is about 5 minutes. There's no cutting, no gluing, no nothing. You just simply take out the old barrel, insert the new, and button it back up, minus the air restrictor. But that's about a 10-second unscrew, right? So again, one of the biggest downfalls with this was every time you wanted to shoot a round, when you cocked it back, that front piece came out. You can't shoot it like that because the barrel is not sealed. So what we did is made it so every time it doesn't slide open. Now you do have to front feed it, which is okay. So ours can take 4 rounds, so you can just get 4 half-length darts, your choice. So just put 4 in there. So whatever your favorites are, and then you pull it back, shoot, give it that downward flick, shoot, give it that downward flick, shoot, downward flick, shoot, and you're ready to go. I mean, I just fired off 4 rounds, and probably the amount of time that, you know, if you were having to do that and then go and then do that, plus making an inline clip where that comes out, I don't like that. I didn't like the idea because the rounds, you know, the darts tended to shift back, and sometimes you can get them stuck in there, and I didn't want to break anything. So I said, you know what? If you do it like this, then you could pretty much, yeah, I mean, you could seal that thing up really well, and you could just give it that flick and then shoot. So these should be available on our Etsy store here in the next few hours, if not already there, depending on when you guys watch this. But I just wanted to show you guys that, saying, hey, a ton of you guys asked for it, and here it is. A simple, easy modification to do, no cutting, no modifying your old stuff. Just simply take out the air restrictor, 2 seconds, put this one in, button it up, and you're good to go. And if you ever want to go back, you guys can put the original back in there and go. So I quickly wanted to show that because, man, you guys have been asking for this, and I say go pick these things up because these things are going to be crazy. We are going to have a bunch of different colors, but again, give us a little bit of ramp-up time to get all the different colors available. So these things ship like in a day, but who knows? But there you go. A bunch of you guys asked for it, and there you go. Thanks again, Fox fans.